Hi, everybody. I kind of like this story. Because, as you may know, John Heald, at Carnival's brand ambassador, has to put up with a lot of stuff. He has to put up with rude people. He has to put up with these really horrible comments, calling him out all the time. And he has to deal with misinformation from some Facebook pages that will remain anonymous, etc. However, he has to correct them all the time. But I love this story. I love the fact that people would even believe this story because it kind of goes into every stereotype you can think of in the world. So, recently on a Facebook page that again shall remain nameless, a posting was made saying, and they were very upset by this, by the way, very upset, because they said, police officers on Carnival ships will be given free donuts if they produce an ID showing that they are a police officer. And this person was upset, not that the police officers were getting free donuts, but that why would the firefighters not get free donuts too? Once again, this is just a slap in the face to firefighters. Dude. If this is a firefighter writing this in, you can't be that gullible, right? You can't be that naive to believe that a cruise line, first of all, let's address the situation of police officers and donuts. Yes, police officers are associated with donuts and humor all the time, whether it be on TV shows like The Simpsons. I mean, Chief Wiggum always has a donut in his hand. I mean, even his Funko Pop has him eating a donut. Yes, police officers, Brooklyn Nine-Nine, yes, they're eating donuts. Now, where did this stereotype come from where all police officers are eating donuts all the time? Well, quite frankly, it's because quite a while ago, the only places you could get food in the evening and late at night was in donut shops. And those were the only thing open. So when police officers were on break, doing an evening patrol, etc., they would go to the donut shop because that's where you get coffee and that was the only thing available. Now there's other places, but back in the day, there were donut shops. And that was especially true here in Canada. That's where the police officers were seen at night. Not so much during the day, but definitely at night going to donut shops because that's all that was open. That's all that was open. But a stereotype grew. And there has to be some truth behind it, right? Every stereotype has some truth behind it. Otherwise, it wouldn't become a stereotype, right? So, all right. Now, there's also this long history of firefighters versus police officers and which one gets more respect. And you know what? In my books, they all get respect. I'm pretty privileged in my life. I would say I've never had to deal with certain situations in my life. And I've never had a hard time with police officers, never had a hard time with firefighters. I lead a charmed life that way. I'll admit that. But in my eyes, they both risk their lives doing something and deserve equal respect. Just like hospital, first responders and ambulance drivers and, people who, forestry fighters, etc. You name it. Total respect. But this person actually believes that Carnival would go into the stereotype, first of all, of police officers eating donuts and give them free donuts if they just show an ID. Because, first of all, many police officers are kind of insulted when that kind of stuff is brought up. Secondly, you're going right into a stereotype. Thirdly, you know everybody else would complain, like this person is complaining, saying that firefighters are being left out. Well, guess what? Firefighters are being left out. Military is being left out. We have doctors and nurses being left out. Carnival would not go on that bandwagon and have other people saying, well, what about us? Well, what about us? But again, this Facebook page doesn't take they just leave it there as if it's fact for everyone to read. So yeah, no, Carnival's not giving free donuts out to police officers. And if they did, they would give it to doctors and nurses and school teachers, and basically everyone on the ship would be getting free donuts. In the place where you have to pay for donuts. Because you can still get donuts in certain places for free anyway on the cruise ship. So it just goes to show, yeah, I don't want John Hill's job. It's it would drive me absolutely up the wall having to moderate other pages that just let lies happen. Just let the lies happen.